My number 10. When I'm feeling stressed out, it's a little difficult to do this, but I find a way to sleep. I find a way to find some quiet space, quiet room, um, peace of mind, and I find a way to sleep. I notice that unless my mind, like when I wake up after a nap, unless I force myself to start thinking about these said problems that have stressed me out, um, I'm usually in a pretty good mood. My mind sometimes tends to wander. Like I'll wake up from a nap and I'll go, my mind will start thinking instantaneously um, about, in my mind being me, whatever was stressing me out, whatever was irritating me, and it stinks. That's an overthinker's mind. But sometimes if we take a nap, our body really resets, our mind resets, and we can focus our mental energy on thinking of something a little bit more better, a little bit more calmer. Sleep is like the most simplest thing you can do. Obviously sometimes stress can affect sleep, but even just a 15, 20-minute nap can make you feel immensely better. Your body just relaxes, it decompresses, and it's basically a reset, right? Every time you wake up, it's a new chance to do something positive, right? Every day's a new chance like that. Number 9. My number 9. I'm sitting in front of a microphone right now, and this hobby I picked up, I talked about before, is podcasting. Podcasting has been immensely helpful for relaxing, relieving stress. I actually picked it up as a way to be therapeutic. When I first started podcasting, I wanted to talk football with people. And I would try to via social media. And obviously, I'm sure many people can attest to this. Having a meaningful conversation on social media is rare. It's almost impossible. I'd give opinions on football stuff, and people would just say, "Hey, that's a really bad take. Stop talking football." And amongst other things, sometimes it can get really nasty. But that shouldn't, I want to talk about football. I want to express my feelings about football. So that's why I created a football podcast, and I took all those lessons that, I'm having all these awful this conversations are going nowhere. Somebody looking you right in the face, you don't know football, you don't know ball. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. If I'm passionate about something, I should be able to talk about it. So that's why I created podcasting, where I could, if something was on my mind, I can pick the guests that I bring on. I don't do the ESPN argument thing. That is not my forte, but I can pick a guest on that I can have a meaningful, good conversation with and get stuff off of our chest. And it has been so nice. I've recorded probably a couple thousand podcast episodes in my lifetime, almost 1,000 of that old football show, and I've done 100 here, 100 there on various other shows. It has been so helpful for me to relax, and Eat Sleepless has been a part of that. Recording the podcast there, and this has been, this show has actually been very helpful too. My number 8 is let's go on a bike ride. I got back into bike riding a couple years ago, and it's crazy. It's what's crazy is how quick we abandon bicycles. Most people do, right? You get a car, the bike's basically out the window. When you're young, your main means of transportation is probably a bicycle, maybe a skateboard, a scooter, some rollerblades. I know Niagara Falls, where I currently live, there's way too many potholes and chipped sidewalks for rollerblades, but a bike is a very nice means of transportation. As soon as I got my car, that was out the window. But I did find recently that bike rides can be really enjoyable. I use them for working out in that case, but there's a lot of really nice places where you can just take a bike and just go riding through it. Just enjoy all the scenery. Go travel and adventure. And I love when the weather breaks so I can go and do that. I'm actually looking forward at the opportunity to do that once all this snow goes away. But yeah, going on bike rides is a really nice means for finding relaxation. Again, exercise, relieving stress, but it is peaceful. You can either go with somebody or go on your own. I tend to find more peace when it comes to some of these things doing it on my own, and bike rides are kind of like that. Bike rides are one of those things for me. Number seven. Walking around water or waterfalls. I love water. Love to drink it. Love to swim in it. And I love to be around it. I don't know what it is about water. It's just something so peaceful about water. I love those little fake pseudo waterfalls that people have with the fountains they put in like their backyards. I absolutely love those things. I'm obsessed with water and being around it. It's a really relaxing sound effect, really nice nature sound, and I just find so much peace being around water. Being in Niagara Falls, it's not very hard to find. It's not hard to find water. The falls, the actual physical Niagara Falls is maybe a 5-minute drive for me. And I can just go and walk down. I can go with somebody or I can go with myself and just go there and feel and feel. You can really feel the noise of the falls going over. It's actually really tremendous. I hope everybody gets to experience that. Or my favorite spot, which is actually the Eternal Flame Trail in Orchard Park, Chestnut Ridge Park. You can actually go up to and like touch the waterfall. You can lean on the waterfall, and something I'm absolutely obsessed about. It brings me like it's peace. It's wonderful. It's something that I really, really enjoy. Haven't had a chance to go down there in a little while to Eternal Flame Trail, but it is one of my favorite spots. It's a wet hike. It's a very easy hike, but it's very wet. And but it's a beautiful scenery. You go first thing in the morning, and yeah, I can't wait to do that again. Number 6. This is something I picked up a couple years ago as well. It had been on my mind for a while, but I received it as a Christmas gift. But a kayak and going out kayaking. This goes right to being on the water. My love of affinity of water. There's a lot of very cool kayaking spots around here in Western New York. And I've visited a handful of them. Seen some really cool things. There's some really nice ones in downtown Buffalo where you can go by abandoned factories, which is really cool. There's some really cool, creeks and all sorts of areas. And it became this really nice thing that me and my dad got to do. My dad got a kayak, and we just kayaked together. And it's really peaceful. Just go out, bring some snacks, bring some drinks, and just go out and just relax. It doesn't even have to be a workout, a strenuous activity. Just go out and just be on the water and paddle, and it's really nice. It is really spiritually rewarding, just kind of going out there. Especially when you go so far and you just kind of sit and soak it all in. It's beautiful. All right. My number 5, we're moving right through this video. I'm loving this. Play video games. And there are a lot of video games that I can say, I play video game is a big part of my life. I'm not like a streamer, but I've been playing video games from a very young age. There's pictures, it's actually pretty cool. There's pictures of me with my dad. He was playing an Atari 2600, and I'm sitting right on his lap. So I was basically a gamer since birth. I'm not like a diehard. Like I don't have to have the newest system, but if I find something that I enjoy, I'm going to play it. And actually there is one video game that I found a lot more relaxing than every other, and it's Minecraft. So I'm going to point that one out specifically. If I'm stressed out, I have there's like a creative urge inside of me for some reason. Like I got to do something. I got to channel whatever is on my mind. And playing Minecraft is actually pretty rewarding in that regard. One, the music is super peaceful and it's very soothing. And two, just being able to build, like just build stuff. Like, all right, I'm frustrated. Let me go build a village in Minecraft. And that may seem silly to some of you, but I can assure you that it has helped me relax on many different levels. I have it for multiple consoles: the Switch, PS3, PS4, and it's one of those really nice, relaxing games. You can go at your own pace. There's not a whole lot of stress. Just go in creator mode and just build. And I highly recommend giving that a shot for anybody who hasn't. Minecraft's been out for a little while. I'm sure everybody's seen it or played it at least once, but if you haven't, I invite you to give it a shot. My number 4, it's writing. It's writing whatever it may be. Journaling is something that I've always wanted to kind of test the waters in, and I have a little bit. Writing for this show, I find a lot of relaxation in writing for this podcast, this video, every single week. Planning it, it's a really nice time where I can just relax, settle down, plan what, and really think about what I want to talk about with this upcoming week's show. When I was younger, I used to write stories. I used to put myself in various fictional universes, things that I enjoyed, put myself in various adventures, and it was fun, especially now looking back at some of those, and you can kind of see where my mood was changing, right? Where my thoughts and feelings were at any given time. Writing has been such a really nice thing. It doesn't have to be this public information. You write, I've written for my own benefit many times over. I love to write stuff, love to write stories. I was very fortunate. Tank Talk podcast, which records out of this studio, they asked me, he gave me an opportunity to blog, type up blogs and whatnot. And I was really happy to do that. It was really relaxing. So writing is my number 4. It's a really nice thing to do. There's no guidelines or anything for it. Just sit down, put up a laptop, get a notebook, notepad, whatever it may be, and just start writing. My number 3 is listening and relaxing to music. Putting on some headphones and just kind of blocking out everything, right? Blocking out anything that's really overstimulating and listening to relaxing music. Various types of stuff. There's all sorts of nature sounds. There's classical music. And this is going to sound funny to you, but I am a big fan of Weather Channel Local on the 8's music. I know it sounds goofy. There's YouTube videos of all these classic songs on there. They are bops, and I will stand by that. And I find some peace and relaxation listening to that sort of stuff. Classic, jazz music. Nothing that really accelerates the heart rate. Like, I'm not looking for workout music if I'm trying to relax and vibe. I'm not looking for high-paced, high-energetic music. I need stuff that brings me down, calms me down, and helps me relax. Number 2, this is something I haven't done in a little while either, but I really enjoy photography. And going out on my own or with a friend, usually on my own, on some kind of photography adventure is wonderful for the mind, body, and spirit. It is to be out there and just absorb nature, right? Just be a part of nature and try and find cool ways to, ways to take cool pictures. You're letting your creativity out. You're out in nature, which is often pretty relaxing, and there's just and it's a go at your own pace type of thing. It is one of my favorite hobbies. We'll do a hobby list too, but nature photography, like going out in nature and doing photography, or even going to a city. It doesn't have to be nature specifically, but going to just take cool photos and just look. When you're all said and done, go look at what this piece of art that you took a picture of, that you essentially created, is nice and relaxing. I personally prefer, again, taking pictures of waterfalls. I think there's really cool ways to do that. I like motion. and architecture and all that stuff. But photography has been a really great hobby and a great way to chill out. And my number one, which actually is going to lead us into our Fun List Friday topic for this Friday, is read a book. I don't get a lot of quiet time, as I already stated in this video. I don't get a lot of peace and quiet. My wife loves to talk, and my baby loves to. He needs me. He needs me all. He needs my attention, and I'm more than willing to give it to him. Reading a book, I need absolute silence for. There was a point where I was bringing a book to work, and on my breaks, I'd go sit somewhere by myself and just chill out and bang out a couple chapters. All right. You have to be in the right mindset to read a book, I feel. Some people can do it, in any sort of situation. My cousin actually can do it while in the car, which is just mind-blowing to me. I can never do that. But, when you're relaxed or trying to relax, you really put yourself in the headspace of a book. You're in the zone of a book. You're focused on the book. The book is the world. And it has been a very helpful thing for a way to relax. So